It's Saturday, so that means that it is the first installment of quarantine cooking. What's the whole premise behind quarantine cooking? Well, basically being to a new area, I just wanted to spend as much time going to like a different restaurant on the weekends to have a break in the diet. Also just, get to learn more about the new area, have places to take people when they visit. But, well, restaurants are kind of off the table right now and probably for the distant future. So I decided that I was just gonna go ahead and teach myself how to make as much as I can. Today's kind of cheating a little bit, but I've been working on the recipe a little bit over the past couple weeks, and then next week it's going to get a little bit more interesting. But yeah, we're going to go with French toast today, so I hope you're looking forward to that. But first we got to go ahead and get our run in, so we're going to go ahead and get that started. Alright, so that is a complete run. Right now I'm only running 1 mile because I haven't ran in a long time. So just getting used to it again. I think it's like I've been saying, it's more about consistency. But we're just going out and running like 3 miles one day. When it comes down to it, my main focuses are how fast I go, how it feels like pace, and then how my heart rate does and how I recover afterwards. Because I know the first run after that, I was out it for like half an hour. And then the second time, not as much. Third time, not as much. Now, I just finished and I can talk just fine for the most part. But yeah, we got the run done. I'm pretty happy with it. It felt good. We'll get another run in next couple days. I did also realize that I am missing one of the more essential ingredients, which is the bread for the French toast. We're gonna have to go to the store. I have to get things anyways. I think we're gonna go to Target and Aldi's and get the rest of the French toast, the actual toast for the toast to become French with. Yeah, so gotta go do some shopping real quick.
Fast life, said she fell in love, met her last night. Said she want this for love, say you want the sauce, I can get you right. But it's heavyweight.
Alright, so now we're done shopping. I got all the ingredients, most in the fridge or chilling up in that cupboard right there. But you'll also notice here, I have a little problem with the microwave. Here, I'll go grab it and I'll show you. This piece right here decided to come off with the microwave. I didn't break this myself. I was taking this coffee out like so, and then it hit this, but it was already loose. I didn't like sledgehammer my microwave with the coffee. But we're gonna fix it, so. So there we go, duct tape. It makes it look good as new. I don't know if the ones up top are really gonna stick. I guess we'll find out. Let's get into teaching you how to make some fire French toast. So I'm gonna go ahead and preview the ingredients. As you can see, we got eggs, butter, some milk, some cinnamon, vanilla, and lastly, you need that bread. And more than one way, you need that bread. Now, how many eggs, you might be wondering? Well, you'll need 1 egg, 2 eggs, and a 3rd egg. That's a whole of 3 eggs. So that's what we're gonna work with. Typically, they'll only tell you to use 1 egg, but I think 3 eggs is where I'm at right now for like the perfect, excellent recipe. I tried 2 and I was like, I think it could probably use a 3rd, toss the 3rd, and honestly I might even mess around someday and go up to 4 eggs, but that ends up being a lot of eggs. I already got the milk out, so we got the milk. I don't really drink a whole lot of milk, so I only got the quart of milk. And also get whole milk. You know why? Because we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make a whole lot of French toast. So whole milk helps with a whole lot of French toast. Get the small one if you're not gonna drink it, because I probably won't drink any milk after that, and you only need like a half cup. Now that you got the eggs and the milk out of the way, you'll need some butter. This is a stick of butter. I really hope I don't use the whole stick of butter. I might play around and do So the butter is simply to butter the pan, and then I like to take like a little sliver off and put it in between the slices, so each slice gets kind of buttered up as it sits and waits on its other toasts to get toasted. And then next, pretty up, straight up forward, you got ground cinnamon and vanilla. Ground cinnamon, but I just kind of sprinkle it in until it looks good. I feel like you don't really complain when you have more cinnamon than you want on your French toast. It's more like a treat when you mess up. So now we will go ahead and get into the pure vanilla extract. 4 little pours of this, because I am a little sketched on putting way too much vanilla in there. I don't think that would be a bit of a treat if I messed up on that one. Cinnamon though, cinnamon is a treat, but no. Vanilla I think would probably just be a little too much. So I think that's everything that we need. Oh, the bread. So I've been back and forth between breads. Really what you want to do is you just want to try to find the thickest white bread that you can. I found this butter bread. I usually find it at Hy-Vee, but I saw that it was at Target and I was like, it's got to be a must. I've also gotten this like artesian. I'll put like a picture or a spelling up here somewhere of it that I found at Aldi, and that worked out pretty good. But I like this butter bread, so yeah, we're gonna go with it because we already got the butter, then we got the bread. It's like yeah. First up, real simple. I'm gonna go ahead and crack 3 eggs. 1, 2. After we get the 3 eggs done, that's when we bust out the old milk. That's a whole half cup of milk, not much more. Just pour that in the mix. And once that's in the mix, we'll do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So real quick, I want to show you what it's like to eyeball this cinnamon in. You just kind of go until it looks a little, covers most of it, you know, kind of like an inner circle to the circle. Yeah, there we go. Now all you got to do is go ahead and mix it like you're scrambling eggs. I don't know, I'm not a scramble-ologist, so just, you know, do what you're used to doing. So there you go. Now that it's all mixed, a little bubbly, it should kind of look this color, kind of like maybe what you know French toast to look like. And we can go ahead and move on over to the stovetop. Before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and actually take this bowl, put this little more bread-shaped container, and pour mixture in. I guess in theory you could just mix it in there, but so there you go. That way now you just put the bread in, and it's more of a fit than this. We move this over next to where the pan will be. That there. And then what I also like to do, instead of wasting another dish, you just take a piece of paper towel, fold that in half with one hand. You have to do it with one hand or it won't work right. And there you go. So we'll go ahead and put the bread here, and we got the mix there. So you take the bread and you dunk it in the mix, and then it'll go on to this pan. One other prep step. Put the plate where you're gonna take the toast and put the plate there. That way it just goes from here to here, no sweat. And that's where this comes in. You got your butter right next to the plate with the knife so that you can just quickly slice, splat, get back to business. And I just turn that like all the way up. And then I just like to let this warm up for a second, and we'll go ahead and make some bread up here, right there. Boom, there we go. We got about a half loaf of bread right there. And I know what you're saying. You're like, wow, that's gotta be a lot of bread. Yeah, it is a lot of bread. That's the point. It's good. Aggressive amount of carbs, but then you get a little protein with these eggs. I feel when it starts to warm up. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a slice of that, put it on, kind of move it around. Something that I have noticed is that the first 2 slices of bread are always the best, because that's like the fresh layer of butter. So if you're really into it, you could do a different piece of butter each time. Like you do 2 pieces of bread, but that'd be really buttery at the end of the day. So that's why I don't. But I definitely think about it. So that's just a little pro tip if you're just looking to, you know, really go all in. And this is the tough part right here. This is the whole baking process right there. You gotta put it in, or cooking, not baking. Like put it in, dip it each side, move it as close to the edge as you can, and then make sure you get it right on that butter, because like I said, it's gonna make the color look really nice. There we are. So basically this process just repeats. You want to flip it first time so it gets stuck really quick. So you want to get that flip like right off the bat, and then you just kind of let it sit. let it sit and do its thing. Flip it with the spatula, your fingertips, a fork, any flipping device at your disposal. So at this point, it just kind of becomes eyeballing it. It's really hard to flip with one hand, but you just kind of wait for each side to get its own burn on it. Then you flip it, and then it's up to you whenever it's time to take them off. While we're waiting on just the toast to cook a bit, I'm gonna share my pro tip for making sure you get like the best experience with your syrup when you're working with French toast, and even like pancakes, anything like that. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go ahead and get one of these little cups, or even if you have like a small Tupperware, that's what I sometimes use. If I take your syrup, buttered, and there you go, just put it in there, and that way it doesn't get all soggy while it's just sitting there waiting on you to eat it. It's just here you dip it, you get equal dippage on each piece. So at this point, I would say the French toast is kind of starting to be ready. It's got a nice little burn on each side. Then put it here, and that's where having this butter right there. Smack that on, and then take the next piece and toss it on top. Now you repeat that 2 times. Alright, so now we're down to the last 2. Probably gonna be pretty good. Muzzle burnt. Get over it. Little tip though, alternate sides on the butter. There we are, 6 pieces of French toast. Dip them in the syrup, and there you go. That is how you go about making the perfect French toast. You could always try adding another egg. I'll tell you how the vanilla is, because I'm gonna go eat them here as quick as possible. Feel free to be creative with it. Tell me what you do. How do you cook your French toast? What would you have done differently? Or if you try them, what'd you think? They were bomb, I bet. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make some French toast. Maybe you learned something that you didn't know, or maybe you actually just didn't know how to make French toast. Let me know. Let me know in the comments what part you didn't know, or maybe what you're gonna try next. The next time you go to whip up some French toast. If you liked it, drop a thumbs up. The next one of these quarantine cookings is going to be me making ramen. Not like the ramen that you buy in like the orange pack and you throw in the microwave. It'll be like the actual ramen that you get from a restaurant. From what I understand so far is there's a lot of ingredients and a lot of steps. That's definitely gonna make for an interesting time. If you're interested in that, subscribe. I got more videos coming on the way, so I hope you're looking forward to watching those too. To piggyback on that first video that I made, I got a mirror at Target while I was getting the French toast stuff. You know, I can't cut my hair, but I'm gonna try to trim it up as best as I can. Only on the back, that's why I need the mirror, because I can't see the back of my head. And we'll see how that goes.